Hi, this is Susie Squire. I'm going to today I'm going to teach about prayer. Prayer. You know, the past 6 videos have been teaching about both levels of a relationship. One is a greater, the second one is a key word saver. Focus on relationship issues. And today we can focus on a prayer, like what a prayer means. Communicate with God. So there's a 4 different kind of prayers. One is cry, help. The second one is thankful. 30, repeat. 40, praise. So today we can focus on number 1, cry for help. Before we accept Jesus as our personal Savior, we move on with our lives. We don't even think about God. We don't even need Him. We don't even communicate with Him until God shows us that we need Him as our Savior. So we realize that we are not without Christ, and that we need to ask Him to come in our lives and ask Him to forgive us. And the answer is stuck us, and we became His child. Now we move on, thinking, okay, I'm done with being saved. Now I can move on with my life. But God wants to teach us a lesson what it means to communicate with Him, how we can depend on Him. Sorry that this situation happened. Make us realize we can't do things ourselves, and that we have to look to God and depend on Him to help us in our situation. For example, Joseph, the story of Joseph, he was young, only 17 years old. He was his father's favorite, but his brothers hated him because Joseph was talking about his dream that the brothers and parents will bow down to him. And they hated him because they could see that Joseph was his father's favorite son. So one day, his father sent Joseph to go and check on his brother at the field. Check on them and they come back. He report to his father about what his brother was doing. So when his father saw Joseph walking with the coat robe that his father made for him, so his brother looked and hated him even more. They let her kill him, take his robe off and see what would happen to his dream. But one brother named Reuben said, no, don't kill him. No, no. To throw him up in the well down at the bottom with no water. So his other brother, the creator, they came, took his coat off, and threw me down to the bottom of the well. And told him we were crying for help. But his brother didn't ignore his crying. But guess what? God heard his crying. So God sent a merchant to come here off. So his brother saw merchant came along. He said, instead of killing him, let us sell him and get the money, get rid of him, sell him. So okay, so they put him, Joseph, and sold him to slavery. So the merchant bought Joseph and took him to Egypt. A few years later, his brother came to Egypt and did not recognize Joseph. Joseph became his city to Pharaoh. They didn't recognize him. Then Joseph recognized his brother and remembered his dream. His brother was the king. They bowed down to him, just like what his dream said years ago. So now God big payback to his brother for what they did to Joseph. I did not hear him cry. So Joseph tapped his brother by giving the food, but put money back in the sack. Then a donkey go back and called the soda car, get them, put them, found the money in there. We don't know what he did. We didn't steal the money. And the brother talked to his father. Now it's guy's party on because we didn't hear our brother cry from the well. Joseph heard them talking. They speaking different language, but Joseph knew their language. So, don't let us act when we in a terrible situation or something happens. You're crying for help when anybody listens to us. There's some people that care, but we're not listening to us. The some people will listen to us. For example, when the baby was born, what is the first thing the baby did? Cry. So the mother, the doctor knew that they ignore them cry. No, they pay attention to the baby cry. Take the baby out, cry and kill him. And they brought the baby to the mother. And the mother feed the baby. That's how the baby communicated with the mother. Because the baby could not talk yet. Could not walk, could not take care of himself. They need the mother's help. So the mother heard the cry, paid the baby cried, and the baby got help by getting milk or changing diapers or cupboard or anything. So the baby knows that cry for help. You can help. And thank God, we cry for help. You can help. You know, the first Psalm 5, chapter 5, verse 1 through 3. They give ear to my words, O Lord. Consider my sighs. Listen to my cry for help, my King and my God. For to you I pray in the morning, O Lord. You hear my voice in the morning. I lay my regret before you and wait in expectation. Sometimes we will cry, we may feel that God doesn't listen. He's deaf, he can't hear us. So, we need to have faith that God listens to us. I cried so much for years here in my Christian life. I've been crying for hours. It was during that time when I felt nobody cared about me and were not there for me when I had to go through horrible time. So I've been crying to God. He doesn't always answer right away. He was waiting later. It was like in the Bible, we them the Jewish people would cry to God for help, but their slavery would be crying for 430 years before God finally answered their prayer through Moses. I'm not going to wait for 130 years. I would be dead. But God answered our cry. So, there's another verse in Psalm chapter 10, no, chapter 102, verse 1 to 2. Hear my prayer, O Lord. Let my cry for help come to you. Do not hide your face from me when I am in distress. Turn your ear to me when I call. Answer me quickly. That is the prayer of David. David been through a lot to be crying to God for his help. Because there's a lot of people wanting to kill David, to be crying for his help. There's another verse, Psalm chapter 18, verse 6. In my distress I called to the Lord. I cried to my God for help. From his temple he heard my voice. my cry came before him into his ears. Sometimes he would cry, he begged for his help. The book of Esther. Esther was raised by her cousin. Her cousin was kind of awkward. Really, the man's awkward daughter that he raised them that makes Heather his cousin. Well, he told Esther that someone planning to kill all Jewish people, including Esther. Esther married a king. The king was not a Jew. He didn't know that Esther was a Jewish. So Esther was very upset and not his help. So she asked all of her people to pray and cry to God for his help and fast. No food for 3 days to pray, see what God would do. To pray for 3 days. Finally, Esther decided to come to the king. Well, during that time, there was a rule that no one was allowed to come to the king until the king called the person. If the person came to the king without the king called, the king would kill the person. So Hilda had not seen the king for 1 month, but she needed to let him know about that. The enemy planned to kill her and the Jewish people. So she nervous asked her people to pray for her. So after 3 days, she came to the king, waiting. So if the king stopped the person, he saw his captor. He come. So she came ready. Will he kill her or will he accept her? She trusted the Lord that he will take care of her situation. So what happened? The king moved his captor, accepted her. So the